Welcome to the ITI Online Academy Learning Module, Oral Anesthesia and Anxiety Control for Implant Surgery by Merete Aaboe. Local anesthesia is a precondition for the surgical insertion of implants. However, for some patients, local anesthesia alone is not sufficient due to the extent of the procedure or the degree of dental or medical anxiety. In some instances, anxiety can be relieved using psychological support, for instance, acknowledgement of the patient's anxiety and explanation of the procedures prior to the treatment. Psychological support can be combined with sedation in the form of inhalation sedation, oral sedation, or intravenous sedation. For a few patients, general anesthesia should be considered. This module describes the local anesthetic techniques required for implant placement and the different kinds of sedation available to reduce the anxiety of the patient. This module has been made with assistance from Brian Lurch, MD, DEAA, MPA. After completing this ITI Online Academy module, you should be able to classify patient health according to the American Society of Anesthesiology, ASA, Physical Status Classification System. Describe the local anesthesia techniques used for implant placement. Explain the indications and clinical guidelines for nitrous oxide, N2O, O2, sedation. Explain the indications, appropriate drugs, and clinical guidelines for oral sedation. Explain the indications, appropriate drugs, and clinical guidelines for intravenous IV sedation, and decide when a patient should be treated under general anesthesia. ITI Online Academy learning modules offer a wide variety of features to optimize your learning. Every module starts off with an introduction that's followed by the learning objectives, giving you an overview of the main topics and learning goals covered. Each of the learning objectives is discussed in an individual topic chapter that concludes with a list of its key learning points. The summary at the end of each module combines the major key learning points across all learning objectives for final repetition and focus. You are free to jump from item to item at any time using the module navigation. If you interrupt a viewing session, you can always resume later at the exact point where you left off. The slides are enriched with interactive elements. You can expand literature references to get detailed information about the publication. In addition, you can look up definitions of specific terms, get further information about images, and enlarge images to scrutinize them in more detail. Every learning module is paired with a free assessment for continuing self-evaluation, allowing you to track your learning progress at any time. Take advantage of the Academy points earned in the free assessments to unlock learning modules free of charge. Unlock the complete learning module on academy.iti.org.